Okay. Can anyone hear me? Hey, Ace is cute. How you doing? You all hear me? I have this weird thing like about the live chat. I'm just trying to see if it'll go away. Um I want to go away. I don't want to tip. Oh, am I in the wrong thing? I think I am. Hold on a sec. Just gotta get myself a little oriented here. Like, I think I am getting a bit more comfortable with streaming, but still working out some kinks here and there. Just let me just double check. Hello. Okay, we're back in the control room. Okay, well, I can definitely. It doesn't seem like it's blocking the chat at all. Like, yeah, I just had this weird notification from YouTube. Okay, that's good. You can hear me. Yeah, I'm just getting around to it now, and I think I've lowered the latency to where it's not as bad as it was before. But I literally set it to ultra low in OBS, but we'll see. Let me just test it. I'm just gonna put my hand up. Oh, that's not too bad. It's only a couple seconds. All right. Do you think eviction night is canceled? If I had to guess, I've been in the mindset that it will be canceled. I mean, because I could definitely see a reason why it wouldn't, because like obviously with BB24, it's like you had like a twist where Paloma could have been taken out anyway, but with this being like something like more so out left field with Luke not even being on the block, I mean, you could see the debate for it being uh it so that the eviction still happens, and obviously with there being 17 house guests versus 16 that was last season, you have one more than usual. You could just easily like cancel like a double or some other twist down the road. But I was just thinking about it from an optics perspective, where it's like obviously you have to talk about and make a bit shine a big light on this issue where like Luke says the N word and like gets expelled because of it. But then you have the fact that you have two black people on the block right now, and if the eviction were to resume, one of them would go home. So I feel like from a pure optic standpoint, it'd be pretty bad to talk about racism and like how it's still a problem, but then go on to vote out a black person. So I think for that reason, I'm leaning more towards there being no eviction. And plus, like you literally just had the situation last year. I mean, so like it's probably gonna be on top of people's minds. If you don't cancel it, then you're gonna like have people like calling it out. And it's like I think Big Brother should just play it safe. I think they should just cancel the eviction and then just go from there. Especially with like the way Kirsten's been like interacting in the game, like leaving Kirsten in the game could actually be interesting. So like I feel like for that, like you could definitely like keep her in like and have her like be a bit of a wild card. Luke is the worst player of the season. I would agree. I mean, it's like you literally had like someone that was probably like like should have been picked up by one of these alliances, particularly the professor side, where it's like especially where that side is the one lacking more so in comp strength. Like they needed someone like Luke in order to potentially like get like potential comp wins. And same thing for the family style side, where it's like he should have been a very clear number to be picked up by one of these two sides. But even when he was like making his like pitches to try to get included and to have game talks, like he was coming off as like really awkward. So like I mean, so like yeah, the fact that he was way too passive. You had the fact that he wasn't really connecting even when he was talking game, and obviously like the fact that he does what he does like kind of shows a lack of awareness to say the least, especially with like Jared in the room too. I think that's another element to all that. So yeah, I mean, Luke's probably going to be at the bottom of the player ranking when the season is over. Really, the only positive to his game is the fact that he was technically part of the Phalanx Five on night one, but even then, that sort of fell apart. Like not too long afterwards, and he just sort of did nothing afterwards for the rest of the week. Yeah, and that he was also even a potential backdoor target this week. Like he could have gone home this week regardless of this situation. And moving forward, like he was going to be in a bad spot. So yeah, he's probably going to be at the bottom of the player ranking. Kirsten played poorly, but she enacted her game based on being nominated due to comps. Yeah, I think that's something to factor in as well. The fact that she was on the block to begin with. I mean, so I feel like she could definitely, if she were to be taken out, if they don't cancel the eviction and she goes home, like you could definitely make that argument that she was screwed over. And plus, like, you know, like she's like not great at game talks. Like I think that was pretty clear. Like not only like during her first day, before like she stayed on the block, but also like even more recently where it's like she had like that conversation with Suri and Izzy like yesterday about how like she was she heard from someone that Suri had gotten offended by this whole alliance situation, like, and you know, it's like that caused Suri to get annoyed by being like, well, why are you like talking about this other person? Who was this other person? And like Kirsten just couldn't like bring up a name. Like, so she was like, she was kind of throwing shade, but at the same time, like trying to being like super vague about it. And I feel like that was part of her talks like in the early days as well, where it's like you had that point where she was talking about, oh, I heard from someone that, you know, like the people in the have not room are working together. It's like, who told you that? I can't tell you, but you know, like it'll be apparent very soon. So I think that was obviously not the best look in the world. And like it's pretty clear that she hasn't really learned her lesson, and like if she stays in the game, that's something that she'll probably continue to struggle with like over the course. But I would rather see that than to see her go home tonight. um Luke didn't seem to care about saying, yeah, that's, I think that's like obviously a big factor as well, where it's like, obviously him saying it to begin with is really bad, especially when Jared was in the room. But the fact that he like not only says it, but like in the context that he said it, where he was like super casual, like he was just like having a conversation and he just drops it in the middle of the sentence. So there's that. But then also like him being like super dismissive about it, like you have the fact that like Corey and Heisen walked out of the room afterwards, and he was like, "Oh man, I can't believe they're more upset than you are, Jared." You know, and then like come back in, and it's like he really just downplays it. And I think the disregard that he had like was probably like the biggest thing that pushed them over the edge. Like, and obviously, like again, I feel like him saying it alone was pretty bad and definitely worthy of reprimand. But I think also like his response to him saying it was a clear sign that yeah, that's just the type of person that he was going to be on the season, and that this probably would not have been the only time where something like this would have happened. So it became pretty clear at that point then that Big Brother should have thrown down a hammer and like made it clear that we are not going to tolerate this. Luke is Kyle, but way worse. Yeah, pretty much. And it's so funny too. Like in my preseason power ranking, like I compared him to Kyle. A lot of us was because of his looks. If I'm being honest, like he kind of looked like Kyle. You know, like with his like blonde hair and in the glasses particularly from like his interview and stuff. But like I was like comparing him to Kyle and like really just hoping for like the upside that Kyle had without much of the downside. But it was pretty much all the downside with almost none of the upside. So that's sort of funny there. The family's targeting Luke next week. Now they target Izzy and Heisem. I mean, I think I think they were gonna target Heisem and Izzy probably before the whole Luke stuff happened, but they were definitely targeting him for like a lot of the week. I think it was probably at the point where where they finally realized that the other side was coming together, that they needed numbers, that they probably figured that was probably bigger to go for Izzy and Heisem, to where had Luke stay in the game, I don't think he would have been targeted in that spot. But he still would have been like targeted eventually, I feel like. I don't really see like a path forward for Luke beyond him just winning comps for his alliance. I saw a video where he was joking about it on Instagram. Was this before the season? Or is this like right after he got kicked out? Now the professors are targeting Jag, Riley, Blue. Yeah, pretty much. I think Riley's probably their main target. Where I think their plan is to put Jag and Blue on the block initially, and then have Riley as a backdoor. I think that's the plan right now. But Riley would be their main priority. Now, obviously, like if stuff goes wrong with the veto, then that could lead to probably Jag going home. Like because like as much as like really like people don't trust Blue as much as Jag, but I think they also recognize that Jag's probably the more threatening player in the long term. So I think if Jag and Blue are on the block together at the end of the week, I think Jag's probably the most likely target there. Although I could see that changing. Are you impressed with Suri? Yeah, like I'd say I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I had her number 2 on my week 1 power ranking, and I think ever since then, like she's definitely done a bit better. Like it really is amazing, like how well like she's able to do considering the circumstances. And I think a lot of it was me overestimating how knowledgeable a lot of these players are about like well, not just Jared, but also like her Survivor career and literally the fact that she was just on the traders this year. I really thought that was going to play more of a factor, but so far, at least, it really hasn't. Do you see Family Style being more like Slaughterhouse? Immediately breaks up for good the instant some outside to him wins power or Falte. Uh, I think there's a bit more cohesion to the group right now than Slaughterhouse, where even though like there are definitely like loose ends, like you definitely have like Matt who has admitted that he's just nodding along for now. You have like Corey and Jared that are kind of playing both sides, but I still think like I think if they can win HOH next week, they they could potentially uh definitely build some more structure to it. And even now, like I feel like I don't necessarily see them entirely imploding unless like they just go on like a streak of losing comps. But like I still feel like there's enough like structure there to where like I could see them holding on for a bit. Are you gonna watch USA after this? I mean, I might. Like, is it episode 1? Is it the premiere, or was did it premiere last week? Let me double check that. Okay, so tonight is the premiere. I mean, I'll definitely like, yeah. I mean, I might consider watching it. Oh yeah, it is tonight. Okay, I mean, yeah, I might. Yeah, I might consider watching it. I should say though, like, I've never watched a challenge before in my entire life. I mean, I've heard plenty of things about it, so but like, I don't really know like I don't know like too much about like the like how it works and stuff. Like, I mean, I have like a very basic idea, but yeah, it might be fun. Yeah, like since we're on stream and everything. Also, who's on it? Like, all right, I got the cast open right here. So like, all right, Chris Underwood. You got Dusty from Amazing Race. You have Fessy, Josh Martinez, Luis from Amazing Race. Okay, that's interesting. You got Monty. You got Paulie. You got Seabass. That's an interesting pick. Tyler, Alyssa, from BB23. Oh, yeah, oh, and Alyssa from BB24. So like you have the two Alyssas. Amira, that could be interesting. Cassidy, Chanel, Desi, Michaela, okay, Michelle, and you had Tiffany. Not a bad, not a bad lineup. I mean, you know, like, it's be interesting to see them. Yeah, I might consider watching it on stream. Because like, again, like, I mean, there isn't really too much going on, like, in terms of stuff we don't already know. I mean, really, the main intrigue is whether they have the eviction or not. The show doesn't prop up how Riley cannot keep her mouth shut, so that's why she's starting moving forward. I think it's mainly because she's HOH right now. I mean, I feel like because obviously, like, if her alliance wins power next week, then it's not really going to matter as much. But I feel like if the Professor BBB side wins HOH and obviously go after Riley, then at that point, they'll obviously start to focus more on. And even then, like, I don't think they'll focus on Riley like blabbing so much. They'll probably focus more so on like the fact that she is like the figurehead of this alliance, because they're basically giving Riley all the credit for creating like the alliance, basically. When in reality, it was like Jag and Blue that talked her out of doing like this alliance that Jared suggested. Because like Jared talked to Riley like not long after she won HOH, and she was very receptive to this alliance. Like, who was supposed to be in it too? Like, I think it was supposed to be her. It was supposed to be her, Jared, Matt, and then like they would do like a brigade style approach where they each bring in like their own parachute. Um, yeah, let me just go back through my notes and see like who was supposed to be in this alliance. Um, I'm just looking, see like who is supposed to be in this alliance. Okay, okay, here it is. So Jared. So I'm just reading my notes here. Jared and Riley talk. Yeah, so it's supposed to be. Okay, so it was supposed to be Jared, Riley, Luke, and Matt as the core. And with that, and within that, Riley could have brought in two other people to make it a six-person alliance. And then Riley says, "Jag's my number one. She should. I want Jag in the alliance." So yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So Jared came to her with that, and then like she goes to Jag and Blue and be like, "Hey, why don't we do this?" And then Jag and Blue literally had to tell her, "Hey, listen, that sounds cool, but why don't we build something that we're the core of?" And that led to the family style, of course. Um, Added cheese to his name and kept joking about cheese. Yeah. Do you see similarities between Izzy and Audrey Middleton? Um, yeah, there definitely are some similarities, like in the sense that both of them are like kind of overplaying. I don't think Izzy's I don't think Izzy's as bad as Audrey, but it's not great that she's like a potential target. Though even then, like I feel like they're more likely to target Heisem right now over Izzy, because the way Family Style sees it is that Heisem's like the figurehead of the alliance, and then Izzy's sort of like his lieutenant, basically. So like, there's that. I was also gonna, do say something about the draft. So if you're new here, be sure to join the Discord server. We got a Discord server, and we got a draft game, and we got a survivor pool going on. Picks close in about 30 minutes from now. They close in about 30 minutes, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you still want to play, I mean, you still got time. Join the Discord server and enter to win. So I realized, so like I made an announcement this morning, like telling people like what their picks were and like giving them like a last chance to change it. Let me just see if I can like let me see if I can update that. Everyone is likable except Luke and Cameron, and Red to a degree. I don't think Red's that bad. I mean, Cameron's definitely kind of gone off the deep end a bit. Yeah, again, Luke is Luke, obviously, but I mean, I don't mind Red. I feel Bowie, Gen City vibes. Yeah, like I could see you like her having like a similar like placement where it's like she like makes it like deep into the game, but like is not like that big of a player, and then it's probably like taken out towards the end game, but and like probably isn't taking that seriously to where she probably doesn't win even if she gets to the end. I could definitely see like her having that like path in the game. So who do we got here? So NT47. Yeah, I'm just literally changing the picks here. Sorry. Okay, so you want me Cole instead of Riley. Sorry, Jared, Mimi. Wait, okay, so Suri, wait, Suri, Jag, Mikol. Yeah, like you literally tried. Yeah, NT47. You tried to take my draft. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Ace is cute. You want to switch out America for Mimi? Okay. That's the other thing too. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I am spelling Mimi correct. Like, so like whenever like I take my notes in like the Discord server, like I spell it Meme, like meme, even though like if you like spell the name like in real life it's Mi, it's I instead of E. You know, like but like for whatever reason like I started spelling it with an E, like meme, because like Mikol has E in it instead of I. And then just ever since like I just stuck with it. So like that's kind of funny. All right, yeah, I'm just changing more drafts or updating more drafts, I should say. Okay, Audrala, I gotta add you. Jared, Mimi, and oh, you picked red. That's interesting. You just think red would be funny. Yeah. All right, what's chat saying? If Izzy spills the Jared Suri relationship, she will also be perceived as devious as the Fields. I mean, the thing though is like it would just like prove how messy she is. I mean, I don't think she will, but like, I mean, Izzy isn't exactly the best at keeping secrets, which is not the she's not the only person in this house that has that issue. Will we make a video of the history of BB and survivor juries? I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm just not sure what the angle would be. I mean, like I think I talked about this on a previous stream. It was like you like talking about like breaking down like different categories of juries. I mean, that could be a cool idea. Like I just haven't like circled around to it. Anyway, back to the drafts. Creative name. We got you. We got Suri, Felicia, and Nicole. Like I was literally the first person to change my draft to include Mimi, and it's like now it's like all of a sudden today, like wait, yeah, like when I made the update to on today, yeah, like I made the update I made my change this morning because originally my draft had Jag in it. Oh no, my original draft was Jared, America, and Jag. That was like a couple days ago. But it's like at this point, it's like Jag's like such a risky pick because they could be targeted next week. So yeah, I just like changed it, and I included Suri because like I think Suri's playing pretty well, all things considered. But yeah, it's like more people are including Mimi, which is like pretty cool. Where I leave off? Okay, I got you. Got he speaks llama. You're in the draft. Oh, so you got Suri, Jared, Mimi. All right. Wait, that's my draft. And then Daniel, you also picked. You also went Suri, Jared, Mimi. Oh boy. Now I gotta change mine. Yeah, maybe I should change mine so that there's not like I'm not like playing for a tie basically. And then Daniel, you had three. Yeah, so Daniel and he speaks llama and myself, we're all playing for ties right now because we all have the same draft. Question is, who do I swap out? Um, let's see the draft. Who is worse between Sam and Rockstar? I think Sam's worse. Yeah, that's probably my answer. I think she'll spill. She's on the block against like Felicia, and they know Suri and her are close, so they will think they will vote out Felicia. I mean, yeah, that. I could see her doing that. I don't think it would work. Like, I still think Izzy probably gets voted out in that spot, but I think like obviously that would like blow a lot of things up. So, or maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. The fact that things haven't already blown up for Suri is actually kind of impressive. So I gotta add the roles to you. Yeah, so that's the other thing I did today was like I created roles for people that are in the draft. That way, like I don't have to ping everyone. When it was mainly because of the like survivor pool game, like because obviously it's like it's helpful to know like when like the picks will be like are due and stuff. But yeah, like, I figured like it'd be fun. But the big question: who do I pick? So like I got Suri, Jared, and Mimi. I don't want to pick Corey because I feel like Corey could implode at some point. I think Corey would implode before Jared. Do I swap with Suri? Mm, this ain't easy. Uh, okay, so I'm probably not. Again, like my strategy is not to like play for like who I think is gonna win, even if they're like at risk of going home earlier. I think with the draft, like I just need to think about longevity, like not so much winning, just longevity, low risk. But do I really want to pick someone? Do I really want to pick three people from the same alliance? Oh wait, I forgot to change Picky's pick. Okay. Oh yeah, you replaced Jack with Matt. Yeah, you got Sari, Izzy, and Matt. That again, like, I mean, you really want Izzy in your draft? Yeah, you want. Yeah, you're just switching Jack to Matt. What do I do? What do I do? I mean, yeah, for like diversification, I'll pick Matt. Like I'll swap out Jared with Matt. And I'm not like crossing with anyone. I don't think. Okay, so that's my draft. And I guess I can like show you all like what the draft board looks like right now. Let me just get it up. Right. Right, let me just get that open. All right. Yeah, so this is what the draft board looks like right now. Let me just blow it up a bit. Oh, now you can't see part of it. Now it's cut off. Yeah, so this is the draft board right now. And yeah, again, like he speaks llama and Daniel. You really have the same team. Like if that team ends up winning, you'll be tied. And then like at that point, like I'll probably like a random number generator break the tie. Like, do you really want that? Do you really want it to be decided by a tie? I mean, if I were playing, like, I mean, that's why I. Let me just. Oh, there we go. Now we got just the image, which is what I was trying to do. Yeah, do you really want to be playing for like a random number generator? It's not too late. Not too late to change your picks. Like, I'm playing to win. You know, I'm not playing for a tie. Oh, I forgot. Like, you settled on Suri Jared and Mimi. What's chat saying? Oh wow, we got quite a bit. Who survives the block between Suri and Felicia? Depends on how deep in the game it is. I think if it's earlier in the game, I think Felicia goes or Suri. I think Suri is able to do enough charming with people to where she probably stays. Because I feel like because I think the other thing too is like I think Suri just has better relationships with like everyone in the house. Right? I talked about this in the video. I think yeah, like I think Felicia is like in a good spot right now, but I think her biggest issue is branching out. Where I feel like her relationships outside the BBB just aren't nearly as strong as like within. Whereas I feel like Suri like has connections like with like the other side to where like they probably don't target her in most situations. So I feel like my gut says Suri survives over Felicia on the block. You see the brown sugar babes going far. Well, it all depends on the comps because I feel like they're probably at a disadvantage in comps. So like I feel like that's gonna play a huge factor for them. But I think they have enough protection to where they'll definitely survive for a bit. But like they definitely need some weeks in power. Why does Heisem hate Corey so much? Well, I think it's because like he sees like Corey like I think because like Corey like is kind of hard to open up to, like he sort of struggles to like open up and come off as vulnerable. But the problem is like I think it's gotten to the point where it's like Heisem just has that image locked in his head and like he's just like too stubborn to really turn it around to where it's like he's not really giving Corey a chance. So like it's pretty stupid. Do you see a comparison between Herman and Jag? Yeah, I think they're pretty similar. I think like like both of them are players that are trying to play the Derek game. They're trying to play like the Derek, Paul, Cody game, but it's like they're just surrounded by people that are either not playing that way or by people that just don't know what they're doing and they can't keep their mouth shut. So it's just causing like a lot of their structure to fall apart around them. I think like obviously I feel like Jag's position has crumbled way more immediately than Herman's, of course, but yeah, like the comparison's pretty apt. Debating switching, didn't even think. Did you switch? Because I saw you were typing earlier. Did you actually switch? Uh, you said you were debating switching. Didn't even think about how they're all in the same alliance, so I might switch someone for Matt because in a tie to. Well, it depends on who you switch out. Who you switch out because it's like hopefully you don't switch out Felicia for Matt because that's literally my team. I mean, if you want it, you can have it. Like I can switch things around as well. I mean, it depends on what you want. Like, if you want to switch out Felicia for Matt, like you can definitely do that. Like, I can like switch. I can switch Matt out for someone else. You know, you got like 15 minutes to decide. You love how Suri's in almost everyone's drafts. Like, yeah, I mean, like Suri is popular. To be fair, like I think a lot of people, including myself, like didn't initially have Suri, but like added her later. Same thing with like Mimi, like people added Mimi later, again, including myself. But yeah, it's like like a lot happened this week. We got a lot of information, I think, about how these players are, how they're gonna behave, and like how they're currently positioned. Corey reminds me a lot of Ian for some reason. Uh, yeah, maybe like a bit less awkward, but yeah, I could definitely see it. Which side Kirsten would join if the eviction is canceled? It's sort of weird because like you'd think she would align with like the Cerise side of things, given that Riley literally targeted her and like kept her on the block and stuff. But actually, like it's right now, it seems like like Kirsten's like pretty like the relationship with Kirsten and Cerise isn't great, and it actually seems like she could actually work with Riley for a bit. I mean, to be fair, I think that could definitely change. I could very well see Kirsten flipping over, but I think just looking at where things stand right now, like it does seem like Kirsten has a better relationship with the family style, which is so weird considering they just targeted her. Plus, you have to consider that like Kirsten did initially form the Failing Five that had a lot of those people in it anyway. So there's a good chance that she could just gravitate towards those people like given like the fact that there was already a bit of a connection there. I see Matt switching sides next week, taking Luke's spot. Uh, I mean Matt was technically already in like but the thing is like Luke wasn't even like part of any power structure. Like I mean he was kind of becoming part of like the Cerise side, but like didn't really amount to anything. I don't know. I think Matt sticks with the group for another at least another week. Like the way he talked made it seem like he was gonna wait a bit. Maybe like maybe if the other side wins power, then I don't know. Maybe, but like I feel like Matt in general has been like a bit. I think he's taking it slow. That's the vibe I get from him. I honestly feel bad for Riley, and to be honest, I don't think her HOH is as bad as Frenchie's, as it really was only making the Big Alliance and not talking to a lot of others that put her in this position. Uh, yeah, it's not as like actively bad as Frenchie's, but it's like she still like talked a lot. Like she told anyone that would listen that like Jag was her number one ally. Like I mean, and I feel like the biggest problem with like her alliance was the fact that like people were like just like leaking way too much and just sharing way too much information and just making it way too obvious that they were all working together. But Riley herself was very much a part of that. So like I feel like I would still say her HOH was mostly mediocre. Now you could definitely say that like whether how much she did to be targeted next week, but I feel like she's an easy enough scapegoat. I feel like for that alliance to where I could definitely see like I could see like her bringing it upon herself. Hoping for a Heisem HOH. That'd be interesting. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how much he could suppress like his Corey hate. But I definitely think he would go along with targeting like the Riley. I think he would be in lockstep with Surrey at that point. Who is more solid and have more potential in terms of longevity between Family Style and the Professors? I think the Professors are a more solid group. Now, I still think they have like some loose ends. Like, I mean, Izzy's a pretty loose end. Corey has been sort of right in the middle a bit more than like you'd expect. And you also have like Cameron, who is, I don't know where Cameron is at this point, at this stage. So it's not like they're perfect, but like I feel like on the whole, I'd say the Professors are more cohesive and they have more of their stuff together. But I still think the other side is probably more equipped in comps to where really all the only comp competitor they have the Professors have is Heisem. Like, and to be fair, like Heisem has done pretty well. He came in a close second in the initial comp. He came in second in the HOH, and he won the veto, of course. But I also think that's part of the reason why he's being targeted. Like, aside from him being seen as the leader of the other side, like that's, I mean, he's also like a pretty big source of comp strength for them. But I still think like the other side, like you have like, I mean, I could definitely see Jag definitely pulling it out. I mean, you have Matt, who I think will be pretty competitive. I mean, I think just inherently looking at that other side, like I feel like America could be all right in comps. Trying to think who else there is. Like, I feel like just looking at it on the surface, I still think they're probably more likely to win the HOH than the other side. But we'll see. Who had a worse HOH between Kyle Moore and Willie Hantz? Uh, um, that's sort of a tough question. Like, because I feel like with both of them, like really blew up their games to where they were definitely in trouble moving forward. Where Willie Hantz was pretty much dead. Willie was pretty much dead by the time he left his HOH to where even his own coach Brittany wanted nothing to do with him, and like they were just fine letting him go at that point. Um, and I feel like whereas I feel like Kyle's is probably worse in terms of like the fall from grace, where Kyle went from being like the center of the house and like the best positioned to one of the like to single-handedly blowing up his game. But obviously, the biggest pro is that he still had Gino. Gino did win the following HOH, and you'd think because of that, like Gino would have like kept Kyle around, but like it was ultimately like the other side that like got Gino to backdoor Kyle, which is like a pretty bad move on Gino's end. But like I still feel like Gino was initially willing to keep Kyle after the HOH and after he won HOH the following week. But I still say probably Willie's probably the worst overall HOH because Willie didn't even have a Gino. Like nobody wanted to keep him in the game after like what he did. Okay, you're switching Suri for map because you see Suri burning out before Felicia. Oh, that's an interesting take. Let me just update that. Oh, by the way, I haven't even gone around to the survivor pool. But yeah, I'll just change your pick. So you want to switch Suri for Felicia. Interesting. And okay, you should be good. Yeah, I should probably get to the pool, see if anyone changed their picks there. Okay, NT47. You picked Kirsten. You are gambling on there being no eviction tonight. Again, it could be an interesting play. Okay, that's pretty much it on your side, on that side. So anywho, we're about 5 minutes now from the start of the show. Um, so that should be something. All right. Honestly, I want to know how they explain why he was expelled. I feel like it would be so awkward. I mean, I wouldn't think so. You just explain it. You just show what happened. You centered out the word, and then just like talk about like why it's wrong and like how Luke. Maybe not like completely dunk on Luke. Like I think they're probably gonna have like a DR of like Luke admitting that what he did was wrong and that he should face consequences, basically. But I think it's pretty straightforward, like how like it should be explained. Matt was my winner pick. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think Matt's like well positioned. Like, really, like, I think Matt will definitely be in it for a while. Like, I just don't know how active he's going to be strategically. Like, I definitely think he is aware of what's happening in the game, but like, I feel like he hasn't had too many game talks. But people seem to like him, and I think he'll definitely benefit from that. Three would have to fight for Izzy to be out if they win power because Heisem is their only comp competitor. Yeah. Do we have a history of vetoitis, BBUS, and BB Can? Can't think off the top of my head someone that got vetoitis. Like, because you hear all the time about HOHitis, but I don't know. All right, last chance to make your picks. Have we talked Luke yet? I mean, yeah, we addressed it like earlier. You know how Peridium made a ranking video for Big Brother pre-juries and post-juries? If they were rank them now and or do a video, what would they be? Yeah, it was TMR that made that video. Like, I mean, I don't like the thing is like I don't really plan to make a video like that anytime soon. Like, I think if I were to eventually do it, probably would just be like a top five or something. Nothing like too fancy. Yeah, I should probably just go back into full screen. Um, what's your Twitch? Oh, I don't have Twitch. Were we talking to creative name? I should also put it in my headphones. So because the show's about to start. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna turn on the show now. Again, read the disclaimer at the top, and then yeah, I'll just give my reaction. All right, about to start. Did Paulie have vetoes on 18? You are the nice version of TMR. I mean, yeah, I could compare it to him a lot. I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, I think a lot of that's pretty warranted. I definitely have been trying to like distinguish myself, like, such as the fact that I'm like showing my face on like live streams and stuff. But Yeah, thanks. Will we get a random video every week, or will it only be power rankings? Uh, for now, it'll just be like power rankings, like because yeah, it'll just be power rankings for now. I mean, obviously, like when we get to like the other shows, like we'll get around to that. I mean, although like on Patreon, like I'm hoping to do like a video a month, and I actually like made a like message on there like asking for like suggestions. Like nothing's really come out of that yet, but like if like one does come up, I'll probably do it. But aside from that, like I'm mostly just doing like power rankings and like just in season coverage. If you were doing the for BB Can, I might do it down the road. But I don't know. It's not like a high priority for me. For me, it's about the show's about to come on. Yeah, I think my. So the weird thing is that I'm is that on Julie's talking. All right, so they do have a audience this week, which makes sense. That's good. So we'll have like an audience. So Julie's like giving her standard intro and stuff, not really like hinting at what's happening yet. Anyway, I'm completely sidetracked. So anyway, so the weird thing is like this week, so right now there's actually a football game playing on my CBS station. It's like a NFL preseason. So technically, like for me at least, it's being played on on like the alternate CBS station as opposed to the main one. So I don't know, that may be causing a bit of a delay on my end, but I think my phone also causes a bit of a delay too. But the show is on. Draft and Survivor Pool are now closed, and all picks are now final. Wow, like I'm ahead of you. Wait, you're still on Ghosts? That's tragic. Challenge USA gets on at 2:02 for Central Time. Do you like the new BB25 intro? Yeah, I like it. Like it's pretty bopping. Definitely better than no intro. I'll say that much. All right. Yeah, just doing the recap right now. Yeah, I like to. Let me just keep this on. I don't like the weight sagging it down. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I should pay attention to chat. So right now I'm seeing Jared leaking the lines to Suri. Now I'm seeing the veto on the recap. What? Wait, so the narrator just suggested there will be an eviction. Interesting. Good. All right, now we're getting Julie. Yeah, they're not even like alluding to it right now. Like they're making it seem like it's just gonna be a normal week. Have you ever auditioned for BB Survivor, and is there any comps you think you would do good in? So I did submit an audition tape for Survivor once. It was very low quality. And realistically, like I really had no chance. But I did do it once. In terms of comps, I do well at. Uh, I mean, I'm just trying to think. I'd like to think I'd be good at Samotion, but it's like I feel like I'd just be like too mesmerized by the balls moving, and I just drop. Uh, yeah, Kirsten's just talking right now in DR. Yeah, yeah, it's weird. Like, yeah, because the narrator said someone will be voted out tonight, but at the same time, like they made no mention of like anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, pretty basic stuff happening right now. All right, so America is talking with Kirsten right now. Well, I've been streaming now for almost an hour. It does not feel like it. Oh, yeah, I should probably. Might be worth promoting the stream now, even though we're almost an hour in. Yeah, why not? All right, so Heisem's talking with Sri, Felicia, and Bowie. I'm assuming it's hard to see. All right. Oh, so it's Izzy in there. All right. Hey, weenies, how you doing? Congrats. Thanks. Congrats on what? I'm just, I'm just chilling here. Funny thing is, Felicia could have been flipped on, and we would have zero clue. It's pretty unlikely. I mean, Kirsten going home was a pretty clear. It was pretty much a foregone conclusion for a lot of the week. I don't think it would shock me if anything's changed. Like literally, like a lot of people were already talking about next week. Like even when the feeds were going down. Right? Is this like the professors coming together? Well, thanks. Thanks, mate. Yeah, we're just seeing like the Suri side solidifying. Yep. Probably not. Yeah, there's no indication that it's gonna be canceled. It, wait, again, like I could see it. Like there's like I could see it. Like again, I could see it going either way. I mean, I just think if I were the producers, I would just be thinking about the optics of like voting out a black person right after expelling someone for using a slur. Am I a gamer? No. No, I don't really play a ton of games, and plus work right now. I have again, I still have like a pretty dinky laptop that can't really like stream games without it like crashing and stuff. So no, not really a gamer. The episode focuses on how Kirsten is screwed. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, like they're gonna do like their usual stuff of like making it seem like the guy shot, but again, if this eviction does go through, which there's no indication on the show right now that it wouldn't, yeah, Kirsten would be pretty screwed, I think. Why did they all say Miss Felicia? Probably out of respect. Oh yeah, so NT47 not only well let me just open it up. We're going commercial for Survivor. So let me just show this since it's all locked in now. All right. So NT47, they ended up going with Kirsten in the Survivor pool. Oh no, they didn't pick them in the draft. But yeah, they went. They were like a last second pick. They decided to go with Kirsten, going all in on the fact that there wouldn't be an eviction tonight. This could be perilous. This could be real risky. All right, show's back on. All right, now they're getting into the Luke stuff. All right, so they're focusing on Kirsten again. It's like, why would you show that if you're having the eviction? All right, so now they're showing Kirsten and Luke talking privately. Like it did. again, like if you're going to go through with the eviction and have Kirsten being voted out, why would you show it this way? I don't know. There's hope for me. Kirsten will stay. Well, you just gotta hang on. Did Taylor have a similar edit to Kirsten last year? Uh, from what I remember, like a lot of the edit focused on Paloma early on, and like sort of taking credence of like the accusations and stuff. Okay, we're getting out to the moment. Talk about it afterwards. Uh oh. Uh oh. This is a. Oh no. All right, so they're showing Jared in the DR. Well, I mean they censored it, of course, but yeah. So they're showing Jared in the DR, like showing him like being like shocked. So like that was part of the. I know that was also part of the conversation that like people didn't like the way Jared reacted because like Jared was like playing it off. Like to be fair, I think it was just like him like playing a game. I think it was again. I think it was him like just like keeping his cool for the sake of like it being a game and stuff and to manage his relationship. But I think deep down he probably was like pretty upset. All right, so now Jared and Heisem are Jared and Luke are talking. Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate. All right, so now they're bringing Luke to the DR. Yeah, they're not gonna give him any grace here. He's just gonna disappear. All right, so yeah, this is sort of like different from like the way they handled Kyle and stuff. Because I think, to be fair, I think some of it stems from Kyle genuinely feeling bad after. I think there was a part of him that recognized what he was doing was wrong. But yeah, like they're just like, you're gone, Luke. Oh, boo. Yep. So they just confirmed that the eviction will still be happening. All right. So now they're just talking. So all right. So Corey is telling them what happened. Corey's telling everyone what happened. Yeah, I think yeah, I think Heisem was just like yeah, I think Heisem was just like genuinely shocked by what happened. Yeah, I think this is again, I just still think this is like again, it's probably strictly for scheduling purposes. Like they probably have like things they want to do considering there are 17 players. But they had to consider the optics too. It's like you are like about to vote out a black person. So that's probably not ideal, but at this point it's like what can you do? It's again, I still think it's a shame because it's like I feel like with the way Kirsten's like going out here, it's like I mean, yeah, like she like played sloppy, but it's like I feel like all right, so Red and Riley are talking right now. All right, so I think this is yeah, this is Red clocking the alliance. Like, why are you saying this? Why are you admitting to Riley that you know like what her power structure is? All right, what else we got? The word curse almost repeated itself, but it was clear. Yeah, good on Corey. He survived around. Yeah, Wurtenberger survived around. So good on Corey. I again, even though I was low on Corey in the preseason, like I'm actually kind of glad that we're gonna be seeing more of him. Like I do like him. He seems like he'll be fun to watch. All right, so we have Izzy and Riley talking. Yeah, Izzy is. Yeah, I don't think Izzy's handling this convo super well. Right. All right, they haven't. Yeah, they haven't. Oh my god, Riley's getting emotional here. Yeah, she's starting. Yeah, she's literally crying in front of Izzy. Yeah, that's Izzy for you. Like, yeah, it's Izzy for you. All right, so now we're seeing Suri and Izzy talking. Izzy's just relaying what O'Reilly told her. No, Riley's talking with the five. It's so weird how they're focusing so much on the five and not really as much on the eight. It's so weird. Perhaps. All right, so now they're just doing some pitches for Kirsten. I think it's gonna be a unanimous vote. I mean, unless like there's something that happened at the last moment where it's like maybe like a hinky vote, like there's no reason why it wouldn't be unanimous. Yeah, this always happens. They try to make it seem like, oh, maybe they won't go home, but then they usually do. All right, we're probably gonna go commercial, and then we're gonna get to the vote. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, it's commercial. I'm gonna try to do something impromptu here. I'm gonna try to get like a display on up on the board. Let's try it. So we got Kirsten. Probably not. So I think it's image. Let's try it. All right. All right. I think those are the same size. I don't think I have enough time. All right, it's just cutting to black right now. Yeah, I'm just moving quickly. Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can like create like a graphic here. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah, I don't really have a ton of time here. Um, All right, we're back to the vote. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move quickly here. We're getting to the speeches now. Oh, whoop, go. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough time to get all these. All right, making your speech. I'm literally fighting against the clock. I should have started this earlier. Like, they're not even the same size. Like, I'm just messing around here. Uh, yeah, there's enough. I mean, there isn't definitely enough time to do the HOH, which I'm not against. Might as well get it right away. I'm just going out of order. Oh. All right, time to get to the vote. So funny. Like, yeah, I'm probably gonna do this more next week. Yo, thanks. It takes 7 votes. All right, Heisem's up first. Probably. Right? Vote for Kirsten. All right. Heisem. They vote for Kirsten. Right. Jag is up. All right. Jag. They vote for Kirsten. Easy is up. Maybe. Here we go. All right. Yeah, they're not going to mention all the other crap that he's done this week. Oh, I keep doing that. Cameron's up. Kirsten. He is a vote for Kirsten. All right, we're going to commercial. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am missing a person. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When? Oh no, I have everyone. Well, I guess that gives me a little bit of time to standardize everything. Ooh, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. I just wish there was a way we could line this all up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's small enough. Oh my god. It keeps happening. I'm trying to drag like the picture, but it keeps dragging the thing instead. Like the bigger picture instead. All right. Anyone have anything? So I may or may not be behind. Yeah, this is not looking good for NT47 here. I should probably walk this. Oh, I forgot to change this. How embarrassing. How embarrassing is that? Yeah, I still gotta. I'm still getting acclimated to this whole format. How embarrassing. Yeah, it's still commercial. How'd the game end? Hmm? Are you still here? That's good. Yeah, I literally just changed the screen because I realized it was the wrong week. Oh well. All right, we are back. We're going to continue the vote. All right, we got Matt on the ballot. Good question. All right, he is a vote for Kirsten. I think this is a bit off center. All right. There we go. Yeah, I think he didn't hear Julie when she told him to go back. All right, we got Blue up. Probably a vote for Kirsten. All right. All right, one more. One more vote. Probably not. Here we go. Oh no. Poor Kirsten. Oh man. Guess we got Mimi now. All right. Yeah, I gotta get this figured out before next week. Right now we got Suri. All right. Guys, another vote for Kirsten. All right, we got Bowie. All right. She is voted to evict Kirsten. You got Corey. Good question. All right. Another vote. Oh, that was a dig. Yeah, he said, beat you, Zach. All right. Red just voted for Kirsten. Right. And finally, we got Jared. Oh, probably not. Yeah, that was a dig. All right. All right. That is a vote for Kirsten. And with that, it is a unanimous vote. 13 to nothing. Oh, that's so big. All right. That's the vote here. 13 to nothing. All right. That's a shame. That's a shame. I mean, we still got time for the HOH. I mean, assuming they keep the interview short, yeah, we definitely got time for it. But yeah, with that, Kirsten is the first boot of BB25. Not the worst, but not the best. Yeah, that was funny what Corey said. Right, she's walking out now. Alrighty. What? He said I was feeding my cats. So when Corey voted, he said beat you, Zach. That's what he said after casting his vote. Right. Yeah, Felicia is just hugging people now. We survived. Yeah, next week I'll probably make this a little bit better. Like I literally just did this on the spot. I don't know. Well, I guess I can update the draft now. Yeah, I'll just screenshot. Oh, Harry had it open. All right, I'll do the. Yeah, really, the only thing is like NT47's out because they picked Kirsten. I'll probably update it after stream. At this point, like, I don't know, it's getting close to 10 o'clock. I don't know if I might stay on for a bit after the hour, but, probably won't stay on too long. Maybe I should stay on a little bit longer. We'll see. Depends on the people come on. I'll just let the draft now while we're here. Not really much going on here. So I am a little bit annoyed by something. So my snipper tool, which I use for like screenshots and stuff, like it's just not working right now for whatever reason. Like I have to end up I had to end up opening it up manually and then creating new. Whereas before I could just like use the keyboard shortcut. And I could. Maybe I just need to update my laptop. Maybe that's why it's wrong. Okay, we're getting a Survivor commercial. Interesting stuff. All right, so I'm just updating the Discord server now because really got nothing else going on. Yeah, no one picked Luke. No one picked Kirsten either. Yeah, they're just showing a preview right now of the challenge. They're talking about showing Tyler and like how he was engaged to how he was like with like Angela and stuff. Yeah, I don't know with the interview and stuff. I don't know. I don't think there's really time because I think the thing too is like last season like they didn't really have like the like Sunday night comp. So like I feel like because of that I think they're starting to lean more on like having the HOH on like Sundays and stuff. And I got right. So yeah, she just talked about how a lot of people wanted it to be unanimous, which makes sense. All right, Kirsten says she was most portrayed by Suri. Makes sense. All right, so now Julie's telling her about like Suri and Jared. Yeah, Kirsten's shocked. Hmm, it's weird. If I say Kirsten came back, would NT47 be back in? No, they would not. Because part of the spirit of the game is picking someone that will not be voted out that week. So even if they come back in the game, they would still be out for picking them in a week where they got voted out. So now the draft is a little bit different because the draft is based on final placement, but the survivor pool that's based on getting voted out in a given week. So no. No, you're not. Oh, America. Perhaps. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are all pretty standard, like final words and stuff. Yeah, they're just gonna say what the multiverse says. Hopefully, it's nothing too stupid. That's all one can hope for. Matt sounds like he was scripted. It sounded like a robot said it. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think he just didn't. If I did suspect, like, I think he probably just came up with something to say, but like didn't really like rehearse it to where it would sound natural. So like he pretty much just like went up top of his head, probably. Oh my god, the glare is like. Maybe I should move this in like future weeks and stuff. Yeah, because it looks like this light is causing a bit of a glare here. I do like this lighting scheme though. Like, yeah, I literally like I changed it a bit. I changed the position a bit. I also like had like a new light. I had this light that I had for like the longest time, but like I never used it. But then I just found it one day. And it's like okay, I'll use it, and I like it. I think it really balances that things out. Like I think I got a nice scheme going on. Like I can still benefit from like a nice camera and stuff, but I think for now like what I have is like pretty good, especially for the budget I'm working with. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like, I think I was considering whether or not I should stay on for like to watch the challenge and stuff. I don't know. I might will watch it later, but I think at this point, like, do I really need it? 'Cause I feel like it's already late for me. So the thing you should know about me is I'm actually like a pretty like early sleeper and stuff. Yeah, I'm assuming that was Cassidy. All right, let's just hide. Yeah, we'll probably just hide these for now. We can just easily hide these. And that way for next week, we'll just have them right up. All right. Yeah, so I'm a pretty early sleeper and stuff. So like I get tired like pretty early. It's like I go to bed early and stuff. So like challenge you to stay on next for you. Yeah, it will be on next. I'm starting to think I'm probably not gonna watch it at least not in full. Like I'll definitely like I'll stay on for like a little bit, like in case like anyone's like trickling in from in case anyone's trickling in from like watching the show, like they just want to watch it and stuff, which makes sense. But I'm probably not gonna stay on for like too much longer. Okay. Yours is being overrated by football. So wait, you were able to watch Big Brother? I mean, I assume you were. So where is everyone? Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh no. All right, we got the scary. All right. Yeah, yeah, because I know for me, like so football was on like the regular CBS station, like so like I was watching Big Brother on like the alternate station. So it looks like the game's over, so like I don't know, maybe I don't know. We'll see what it cuts to. So yeah, I mean that was yeah. I just don't know if it's on like yeah. 'Cause I'll stay on the alternate network to see like what it shows. Also, it sounds like it's raining outside. All right, looks like it's showing the challenge. Again, I'll keep it on for a little bit. Like I'm not gonna watch it for too long because I do have to get to bed at some point. All right, we got Chris, got Tiffany. All right. Do you think Luke should have been removed? I think so. I definitely think they made the right decision in cutting him. I do question whether they should have had the eviction or not. Like clearly they wanted to keep up with their schedule because I guess they want some twists and stuff. I just worry like about the optics and stuff because I feel like it's sort of a weird look to talk about like this whole racism thing only to vote out a black woman. I think that's a little weird, but I don't know. I think to some degree, like they probably felt like they had to do it because whatever they had planned, I guess. All right, we're getting all these people now. We're getting Seabass. We got Paulie. Well, almost one survivor is a bit of a stretch, buddy. All right, got Michelle. Paulie being on the season is surprising. I mean, I could definitely see like again. I don't know too much about like the like, I guess the politics of like people jockeying to be on the show, but I could see it. Like I could see Paulie being the type of guy that will want to be on TV again. Who said they almost won? Seabass did. He's like, I want to prove that I'm more than the sixth place finisher that almost won. It's like you weren't that close to winning. Like you were being outplayed, buddy. All right, so yeah, so we're talking. Paul is talking again. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so weird that he said that. I guess he has like beef with. I guess he has beef with Josh. Is that like the thing? Yeah, that's Josh, right, with the braids. All right, we got what is this? We got Dusty and Luis. Oh no, right now I'm seeing like Luis and Dusty. Wow, Dusty looks like he looks really cleaned up. Like, did he shave? Oh, that's right. It's Lewis. I forgot. I forgot it was Lewis. Lewis and Michelle. I mean, I like Lewis. Like, I think. I mean, he was fine enough on Amazing Race. Yeah, yeah, like, yeah. I assume that was Josh. Like, it's sort of hard to tell with the braids and stuff, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Josh. All right, so they mainly focused on Dusty, Seabass, and Paulie in that intro. Oh, and yeah, they also focused on Michelle. Yeah, I don't know, like I don't know, like I'm aware like this challenge tends to have a lot of spoilers on it, which if it does, don't in case anyone is watching. All right, now we're getting Chris. Oh boy. All right, he's talking about giving up immunity. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, again, I don't really watch the challenge, like, so I'm not familiar with the editing, how it's edited and stuff. I would assume like those people would be factors. Yeah, I'll at least watch it to the first commercial break. After that, I might stop. All right, we're getting Tiffany now. Yeah. Also, it's pouring outside. I can hear. I can hear it. I don't know if you. I don't know if you can hear that at all. All right, so they're doing this draw right now. All right, so it looks like Josh got picked. All right, so Josh is talking now. All right, so Cassidy was drawn from the women. Looks like we can get our intro now. Mm. Oops. Mm. All right, so Desi. All right, Desi. Uh, yeah, like I just decided to leave it on for a bit. Again, I'm not planning to watch the whole thing, but I mean, more so depends on like how much I want to watch, really. But yeah, he's like, got nothing else to do. I mean, I am getting a little tired though. Might go to bed soon, but again, I'll watch a little bit of it. See, Alyssa. Yeah, I'm assuming these are challenge people. Oh, you can't watch it live? Oh yeah, because yeah, so football's on where you are. You got Chanel. It's probably not a great confessional from Chanel. She didn't really get to introduce herself. I can already tell the scary verse twist is probably gonna be dumb. Yeah, it looks dumb. Probably will be dumb. I guess maybe they're gonna give the Nether region some purpose this week. Like I guess like maybe they'll give like a twist actually. But yeah, like I'm not excited for it. Just out of curiosity, like what's Reddit saying right now? What's Reddit saying? Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop after the first commercial break. We'll see like these like picks and stuff. All right, what's Reddit saying? This is we got a response from Zach. All right, so got yeah, that's Corey's. This was Zach's response to what Corey did. Oh, Zach. All right, looks like Josh just picked Paulie to be on his team. All right, Michaela's talking. What Reddit stuff do you use for BB? I mean, I just go into the Big Brother subreddit and I just see what's on there. Zach Wurmberger for Survivor 50. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against that. Mm. So is this just airing without commercials? I kind of hope it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna sign off now. Yeah, like I just gotta get to bed. So does anyone have any like last questions at all? All right. So yeah, I'll probably be back again next week. Like we'll see what happens with the feeds and stuff, and like we can talk about it again. Then we'll have someone else being voted out. So yeah, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord server, and do all that fun jazz. And yeah, I'm gonna head out now. All right, see ya.